Verroux. This podcast is dedicated to help anyone connected to preteens and teens to give them tools, empower and inspire teachers, high school senior leaders, and parents to build the future leaders of tomorrow. We discuss about controversial and relevant topics related to the world of education, the main problems you are facing, and solutions to help you navigate your journey. We want to make a positive change in education by bringing on experts that will give you a different perspective on how you can solve the hardship you are facing today. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Empowering the Next Generation podcast. I'm so glad you're here with me today. This is another episode, and we have an amazing speaker. Her name is Adriana Georgieva. She is actually a life coach. She has been in the field for a long time now. She's a skillful, inspirational coach, more than 20 years of extensive experience in the human resource development area. Her coaching integrates various holistic practices towards self-empowerment and self-realization. And in 2024, she actually launched the innovative New Age Leadership Program and the spiritually based Soulful Life community, helping others to uncover their true potential for life of purpose and fulfillment. You all know that I am very into empowerment. I'm very into growth, leadership, faith, and this guest is going to share her journey on how she actually became a life coach. So welcome on board, Adriana. Thank you for coming onto the podcast.
Beautiful day today because we're going to talk about self-empowerment. Yes, this is my passion.
Yes, it's my passion too, and I feel this is so needed, especially in education. I've been an educator for a long time, and you have been in schools as well. You've seen what school has. How school has impacted you in your journey, and you can see that there is a need in bringing self empowerment in school and helping as well young people, parents, and those who are in leadership to really start thinking how they can give and more and actually help their community to grow and find themselves. So let's start with the first question. How did you start your journey as a life coach?
Okay, yes, that was interesting and long journey because in 2000 I was involved in the Ministry of Education and Science in Bulgaria, in my country. I
Oh,
was
nice.
working in the national agency that was developing and implementing the European policy for education and science.
Okay.
And then I started working directly with educational institutions like vocational education and training schools and also higher education institutions.
Okay.
And that was a very, how to say, rocket start for me, to be honest, because I dive very deeply in the educational area and needs, not only in my country, but at the European level, so to say. And step by step, I crystallize my ideas about the importance of the education to the young people and how education actually forming a culture, not only in their mindset, but also around them for the peers around them. And it's like a real first growing an educational culture for young people and the higher level after their childhood, so to say. So step by step, I moved to the human resource development area, and I was working in the corporate world as a business partner and HR manager. And
Mm-hmm.
then I found my passion, that was the well-being and wellness. And I decided actually to transform my experience, that I have more than 20 years experience in the HR development area, to transform like small programs for individuals where I can coach them towards reaching their full potential, expanding the potential, and to recognize themselves as the important unit in their life first, and then for the society.
It's so true. It's so true. I feel like People don't understand where they are. They start as, for example, educator, as HR leader, as you were, but they don't realize that there is more to themselves, and it takes someone to is really, for me, connected to something greater that can help them see that they have so much inside of them. And I feel it's so needed that I believe in faith, and I feel that you believe in faith and spirituality in your own way. And I feel that it is important that people tap into that level of spiritual awareness. And I feel this is what is helping people to dive in a higher dimension where they can actually see things that they've never seen themselves before. And school don't really talk about this stuff. Like everything spiritual is removed from school. And I feel it is necessary, not maybe to impose people about each religion, but really bringing them that sense that they have to surrender to a higher power. They have to surrender to something that can lead them in their journey. And when you don't have that when you're young, it's hard for you to really find the path that is for you. And for me, I had that connection with God, and I feel you had your connection with where you had that journey with what you encountered. And it's personal. It's totally personal. So, how do you really define self empowerment from actually everything that we talked about? How would you define that that word, self empowerment?
Yes, it's interesting and it's a wide topic actually. So I'm going to focus only on very some elements of the self empowerment. But this is the higher self awareness about who we are and what kind of resources we have inside of us, how to activate these resources, to back to the root, to the very to the very core of ourselves, and then to be able to raise again, okay, and to recreate identity and personality of who we want to become and who we want to be. And this is how we form our perspective for ourselves, and our perspective for ourselves actually forming and defining the perspective for the world around us. So the empowering really is connected with our self insight to go to our authentic base and foundation, to reactivate all the resources that we possess already, and to find the resources that we need from the outer world, and to shape the future that we want to have, our desire future. And this is self-empowerment actually is coming to help us to make new choices for ourselves, the correct choices for causing to and starting this transformation and change in our life that's going to lead us to the new future, new path, new version of ourselves. So yes, you're absolutely right. We don't have this as a part of our education, unfortunately. And we need to discover or to explore by ourselves all these sensitive elements for the self-empowerment. And sometimes we just need to have a little bit guidance about where we need to start, how to do it, okay, and how to proceed it, how to integrate all the information that we have, so to be able to rise in a higher level of understanding and a higher level of awareness. But self-empowerment, it is the self-awareness, and it's always starting with us inside.
Totally agree with you. And it is not taught in school. In school, we have this mindset of being well academically, performing very well in lessons. However, how about the person? And so many teens, so many people never had someone like you or like me in their life when they were younger to really help them to see that they have resources inside of them that they have to dive into. And people, when you're a teen, you don't know this stuff until you have the right person in your life that can allow you to see you, to see yourself inside and realize who you are. But again, you cannot achieve that if you don't have a higher power. You wouldn't see. We are very powerful as human being, but you can't see the spiritual sides unless you are connected to something greater. So I love what you said. This is very powerful. I love your heart as well to help people to really change their mindset. So how do you activate a leadership mindset? How do you think it is possible?
Yes, it's really possible. Okay, it's not only for you and me; it is for everyone. Okay, because
Mm,
we are part of the big picture of
mm,
the universe. Okay, and you're completely right. There is a very powerful level of existence of intelligence, so to say, and we are part of it. Okay, even the scientists they admit lately that this universe and this world around us is so perfectly structured and created that it's not possible to be a random existence. It is a high level intelligence, a design that's work behind it. Okay, and we are part of all of this picture and this imprint, so to say. It's a powerful canvas, and to be part of this powerful canvas is actually meaning that we are also powerful inside. But because the outer world, the environment, it's so overwhelming and demanding all the time. And lately, actually nowadays we have this rush, consuming the
mm.
time, consuming people, consuming stuff and everything. So we, in some kind, we just forget to start working inside of us. Okay, but this is where is the truth. This is where is the truth, and this is where we're going to start actually today, working on self empowerment. And there is a very specific concept that I really like and I really teach my clients. And this is the philosophy of enough.
Of
And
who?
the philosophy of enough, yes, it means
Inam.
enough.
Enough. Oh, enough. Sorry.
Enough.
Okay, got it.
Yes,
Thank you.
philosophy of enough. And
Beautiful. Yeah.
I teach them that we are part of this world. And it's just need to understand for all of us, okay, that we have enough for existence, that we do enough to represent our authenticity to the world, and we are enough. And this is very interesting concept. I will explain a little bit more to be able to understand. I
Mm,
have enough, it's mean from the every moment we were delivered to this world, or every single day when we wake up, we already have enough to live and to thrive. We have air to breathe. We have the sun shining outside. We have light. We have water. We have shelter. We have, most of us, family. We have ground to step. Okay. We have a chance to express ourselves, to start creating in this world. We exist here to thrive and to co create through our gifts and our talents. So we already have everything to start expressing our authenticity and to start expressing our uniqueness
mm,
to the world. So the very first moment of this concept is to understand that you have everything and it's enough for you to be you and to do whatever you wish in this world. And when we start accepting all these blessings coming with the gratitude that we have enough to be whoever we wish to be, this is the base when we actually start creating our reality outwards. And this is the very first level of the philosophy of enough. I have enough, so I have everything that I need to express myself and to be myself in this world. And then the second level is I do enough. This is interesting because the philosophies and the the ideas coming around us is to push us to chase and to find some kind of the best version of ourselves in the future. But do you know that whatever you do, always, everywhere, and every step that you undertake in your life, you're the best version of yourself here and now. In the very particular moment when I'm talking to you now, I'm the ultimate version of all my genetics, family line, all my culture, religious understanding, my values, my belief system, my skill set, competence, knowledge, and wisdom, my life experience, and everything that I was able to gather in my life. And I'm the best version of myself here and now. And every decision that I make in my life, I take it with the confidence inside of me because I fully understand that I'm the best version of myself. And then that brings this assertiveness. And everything that I'm doing or every step I want to take, every idea that I generate inside of me, I know that this is my best version of myself acting. So this is helped me to not compare myself to the others, to not going into the competition with the others, about not regretting of any decision that I make in my life, to not procrastinate because I know that I'm acting as a best version of myself here and now. And that's bring this confidence in the way of thinking, of the way of expressing myself, and also in the way to act to for my behavior to the other people. And this is also forming the way that I see the world around me because I fully understand that the other people are also acting from their best version of themselves. So it's an equal partnership every single day with the other people, and that's bring respect. And that's bring also understanding with the relationship with the others. So that's changed a lot of my reality in the past. So I start explaining to the people and I start actually teaching my clients to start believing deeply in themselves inside and to present this understanding and this belief system to the other people. So it's like a chain, and we're creating these equal relationships around us. And the very third line here of the philosophy of enough is I am enough. From the very first piece of breathing that we have in this world, we are valuable and we are important for this world. It's about the self-worth. It's about self-belief and understanding and believing that we deserve the best in this life. So philosophy of enough is based on very, profound and authentic understanding of this world. And this is the very self-empowerment moment that we have enough to thrive, that we always do our best, whatever we are doing, okay, wherever we are acting, we are the best version of ourselves, and we worth for this world. And this starts transforming and changing the perspective of the people to themselves first, and then to the outer world, because the self-empowerment is actually the awareness, the highest awareness, how we see ourselves and how we see the world around us.
I totally
So
agree with you. Oh, sorry, go ahead. You wanted to finish.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, that was the philosophy of enough. It is something that I would like to teach not only my clients. I would like to teach the whole world. Okay, because
Yes,
that is a really life changing
it is.
concept.
It is. And
Yes.
even in my belief as well, it's the same thing. We have the philosophy of enough as well. I believe that you believe in the universe. And for me, in terms of even not only the universe, there is something even higher that created the universe, that created you, that created me. For us to be in that level of thinking and really realizing that we are enough, there
Mm,
is a creator, there is someone who actually created breath, there is someone who created the universe, there is someone who created everything, the water, like the sun. I don't believe that it just happened just like that. And I feel that this is even a higher power. And when we connect to that higher power, as you said, and we know our identity, we know our value, we know who we are, we know the power that lies inside of us, as you said, we believe that we are enough. I don't think it, like, we get to that level of understanding if we don't change our mindset and realize that even if we are enough, there is something that aligned us and make us who we are. Do you agree with me in that way, where you need to surrender to something? Because your life, Adriana, as you were saying, your experience, everything shaped you. You don't regret anything because it made you who you are. But before you were even here, Adriana, there was someone
mm,
that said, because I want Adriana to be here. I want
mm,
Adriana to exist. And this is the higher power. This is for me, God. I don't know how you call it, but
mm,
this is a higher power that made us sustain this life that we have in us. And I love your philosophy of enough, of how you help people to value themselves, to see that there is so much inside of them. They can do better, they can do more, they can live and coexist with the world. It's so beautiful. It's just amazing. And if people could tap into that, I feel like people could have a sense of purpose, more purpose,
mm.
of intentionality, of
Yes.
and and change and transforming life, because you love to transform lives around you. I can see that you have a desire to make people see who they are, who they really are. So let's dive into the final question. So, what are the 5 keys of success? What have you experienced so far that you said, you know what? I think these are some 5 keys that I can share with people to start walking in their path of success.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. You are completely right. By the way, there is a higher force, okay, and higher intelligence that create everything around us, including us. And we need to understand that we are co-creators in this world. Everything that we create here as humans, in this human earthly experience, we co-creating with the higher power, and we are so connected with this higher power inside of us that we have this internal cause coming every single day, even to be a creator. It's the same quality on the lower level, okay, to be a creator and to make miracles, so to say, around us. The idea of the success, okay, it's coming because we have this internal constant call and idea of us that we want to express our creativity and uniqueness to the world and to leave something here in this physical world, in this material realm. And we need to first to set on the idea that we are co-creating, we are not alone, and we are connected to this higher power and higher self, so to say. And start speaking about the prosperity and the success. The very first element is coming with this self-empowering, to understand that we are resourceful enough, okay, and we're coming on this world with specific spiritual gifts, and
Mm.
spiritual talents that make us unique. And the idea is actually to activate our value for this world. And our value, this is our gifts and our talents. And that make us this makes us unique for this
Mm.
world. So we contribute our value to this world, and then we become prosper, and then we start thriving and we are successful. And these spiritual gifts and this is talents actually giving us an option and possibility to be able to see our self in the future. So the success is starting with a vision about who we want to be and what we want to achieve. And there is something interesting that Tony Robbins said once about the visions, and it was about that the people are not lazy. They don't have actually inspiring goals and dreams. And our vision is coming from inside. When we fully connected to this higher source, creator, God, whatever you use as a word, okay, this is the power. It's a higher power. We have this internal call for to achieve the best for us, and this is our vision, what we want to achieve in life. And the idea is to create this vision is the very first step for success, but not only to create, it's about to keep this vision alive inside of us for a long time, because that's going to be our fuel to the path towards the path of success. And this is the very first key of the success. Create a vision for life that we want to achieve, for the desire that bringing us all these excitements for the future, and to keep it inside of us. The second key that I can underline here is the tailor-made strategy. Okay, because we are different, we are unique. And every time that we would like to prosper and to go further, it's about to activate our uniqueness inside. And this is our resources, this is our talent. And this is the second element of the success. Believe believe in yourself and activate your value to this world. Give this value, share this value to the world, because this is the very precious moment, important moment that you bring to the world outside. And the people is going to remember you. They're going to remember you with your unique talents and value. The third element is consistency. The success is a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. That's because I'm talking about keeping the vision for a long time. The consistency is the part of the self-empowerment as well. This is the moment when we fully understand how powerful we are, and we can go smoothly through the shaking moments in our life. It's normal to go up and to go down. It's normal to go up and to go down again. Okay. But to be consistent, it's mean that I'm going to do it. I'm
Mm.
going to do it, and I will do it not only for myself, but the intention and that I'm doing for the higher self of the other people around me.
Mm.
And the next element is commitment, full commitment
Full
to the
commitment.
version of ourselves that we want to achieve, okay, to our future. And the very final moment is actually pitch of love, because we achieve easily and more effectively the things that we love, and because we were created by love, by the divine love. And our life actually is going around how we love ourselves and how we love the others. So any desire or dream we have, it's a part of the divine love that we represent in this world. And it's coming from the higher self and the higher power as well.
I love
So
that.
don't forget to love yourself and love the others, and whatever you're doing in your life with consistency. And when you're committed to all of this and you're sharing your value and your desires, and it's with your vision for the future, do it with love and have fun as well. Okay.
Yes. So I love how you actually talked about that self empowerment, the power of vision, the power of spiritual gifts. This is so powerful, where people have been given spiritual gifts that they have never tapped into. They have never even understood. They don't even know that they have a spiritual gift. I love how you talk about believing in yourself, loving others, the power of consistency, the power of commitment, and all of that seriously bring that path to growth. And I feel that for any parents, any senior leaders, or any educators listening to us, everybody has a unique path to success, and success is different from for everyone. My definition of success is totally different from Adriana's definition of success, and I think it's knowing what you want for yourself and applying those skills, applying those tools to help you get to where you want to go. And I feel that, as you said, it's a marathon. It doesn't have to be a straight path. It can be ups and downs, and it's all about a learning experience. It's all about really growing through the process and becoming. I love how you became. You're still becoming. You're still growing, Adriana. I am still growing. I'm still becoming. But in the journey, as you're saying, we are having fun. We are meeting new people. We are discussing. We are enjoying the journey. We are being resilient as well, because in hardship, it's hard. It's really hard to really focus on the vision. But resilience is one of the key as well that can help us to go to the path where we have been created for. I love that. So, last words of encouragement, Adriana, to anyone listening, 30 seconds, what would you tell them?
To keep going in their life with the idea that the change is over every corner in their life, to embrace the change and the idea to grow and elevate every single day by being the best version of themselves and to love themselves and the others.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ariana, for coming to the podcast. I really appreciate who you are as a person. You have shared so many good values and to the people listening to us. So thank you again for coming on the podcast. So, to anyone who is listening to us, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to share, to comment, to like, because we are empowering education. We are making a difference to the life of educators, to the life of students, of parents, where we are talking about real problems and giving you real solutions. So, thank you again for listening, everyone. Thank you for listening to this episode, and make sure you connect with us on Instagram at The Case for Success. Check also my link tree and become an affiliate of the Success Guide for Teens Academy, a program that will empower your school community as a parent, teacher, and high school senior leader. Do not hesitate to reach out, comment, and share. Until then, see you in the next episodes.